Today, I was talking to a friend about what makes us happy. So, when I look in my life and see when I was the happiest in my life, it was actually not when other people were doing good things for me, not when they were showing me love, but when I was showing others love. And if you really look at your past, look at times in your life that were actually the happiest moments of your life, really look at that and see if that's not true for yourself. That your happiest moments were actually the moments when you were the one giving to somebody else, doing something for somebody else, or just showing love, giving affection, whatever, to someone else. If those were not the happiest times of your life versus the times when good things were happening to you, in other words, somebody giving you something or you getting something, this is important to really look at because it makes a big difference in what we look at as far as chasing. A lot of us spend an enormous amount of time chasing after things that we think are going to make us feel better, think are going to make us happy, primarily monetary or material things. And if you look at the people that have been super successful, people that have made it to the pinnacle of success, whether that's in the music industry or in business or politics or whatever, what happens when they make it? Some of them end up seeking fringe pleasures to the point where they actually die in the process. They've gotten everything that they wanted in life, and basically they have to push the envelope even further to get any kind of satisfaction, to feel any pleasure anymore. So they become addicts of a drug or some other vice, pleasure of some sort that ends up killing them. Whether it's ODing on drugs or going into various sexual acts that end up causing them to kill themselves in the process. It's just that seeking after that ultimate pleasure, that ultimate experience that seems to constantly elude them, even after they've attained everything originally they thought they wanted. So you might just look at your own life and think of the things that you want right now. Think of everything that you would like to have in your life. Or think of, what if you had everything you could ever dream of? Imagine that. Just take a moment, take several moments, and really imagine having everything, having all the material possessions you could want right now. Imagine having that. Imagine yourself having the freedom and the financial wherewithal to travel wherever you wanted to go in the world, to live wherever you wanted to be, to have influence over as many people as you could ever want to have influence over. To make it, to finally make it. Imagine yourself making it and actually being there. And just follow that through and ask yourself, and really think about this. Ask yourself, okay, I've made it now. What's next? What would I do now? One good thought exercise is to actually imagine yourself getting to the point where you have it all, where you can see yourself as the king and master of the entire planet. When you realize that you actually have all the financial resources in the world, that anybody will do your bidding, that you don't have to lift a finger to clean house, to mow the lawn, to do any of those things maybe that you don't want to do. You can participate in any activity you could ever want, learn anything you want, have anything you want, eat at the finest restaurants, go to the most plush resorts, be around the most influential people, and you influence them. Imagine having all of that with all the power that goes with it, to be able to pay for any service you want, to have all the love that you can buy, or at least the love that you can influence people to give you because of your prestige. Imagine all of that. Imagine how that would feel. If you do that exercise honestly for a while, you may realize that there wouldn't be anything to enjoy after that if your entire purpose in life is getting to the next level. If the whole point of living is to attain a goal, is to reach the next higher plateau of satisfaction, when you finally get to the point where you have it all, you realize that there's nothing left. You can't go any further. Life is dull, pointless. Why are we here? And the reason that I'm talking about this is because, well, first of all, there's an example of this actually, if you're a Bible reader at all. King Solomon, who allegedly was the wealthiest man and the most influential man on the planet, possibly in all of the world at that time, and possibly even by today's standards. I believe at least in the somewhere in the Bible, I don't remember where, he had been recorded as having, I think it was 1,000 wives and 700 concubines or something like that. He had all of the resources that he could possibly want, all the gold and silver he could want. Kings and queens from other countries would bring him gifts just to listen to him talk because of his wisdom. Now, imagine that. Imagine being in a position where everybody caters to you, where everybody just wants to listen to you and your wisdom. Wouldn't that be awesome? To have all of the mates that you could ever want, to have the ability, because of your mental capacity, to influence others, as well as have anything built that you could possibly want with the latest technology and the finest woods and metals and resources available on the planet. And that's where he was. And if you were to read the book of Ecclesiastes, it basically talks about his unsettled feeling with all of that, and the seemingly pointless nature of life, other than to just enjoy where you are right now, regardless of where your lot in life brings you. And that is my point here, is enjoying the point of life that you're at now, enjoying the now, being happy with where you are now, particularly looking at the present moment and accepting it and just letting yourself enjoy it. There's an exercise that you can do with this, and that is just to bring yourself into the present moment by asking yourself, can I say yes to the present moment just as it is right now? Can I say yes to the present moment and accept it as it is right now? There may be a lot of things going on in your life. There may be some challenges, some disconcerting things happening in your life. But can you say yes to them? Can you simply enjoy your life and enjoy the present moment as it is, including all of those challenges that you're facing at this point in time? Remember, the past is gone. It doesn't exist except in your memory. The future is a figment of your imagination. It doesn't exist either because it hasn't happened yet. So the past is where you reminisce or you feel guilt or shame, and the future is where you feel worry. Can you let those things go and just enjoy the right now, the present? I challenge you to do that today.